friends. Super excited that you are here with me today. Hello, Keshma Crafts. I'm glad that you're joining me live too. Hello, Jenny G, Jenny G, and Jen D. My friends are here. I'm excited to be here with you, and more of you will be popping on, or if you're watching on replay, leave me a comment letting me know what you think. Super excited to be here with you today. Let me put my phone on silent because I forgot to do that. We don't want any disruptions today. So it was a big week. Concord 9th came out with some new mini bundles. These are the same ones that they released during Winter Retreat, but during Winter Retreat, most people just got one in their box, and you might have not picked up the other ones, so they released those this week. So if you weren't in Winter Retreat, you got a few new products, and then their huge inventory blowout sale too. So my plan today is to go through some of my favorites that are still left in the inventory blowout sale. Some of them I can't believe they're still there. And then I'm going to show you the new bundles, and we're going to create a card, and it's going to be easy and fun and quick. Super excited to be going on a road trip today to see my parents in the Cincinnati area, and so I'm really excited, but I still have to pack. So I'm taking off at noon today. So hello, Mari Hansen. Nice to see you. So happy that you're here. Okay, so let me go down to my down camera. Oh, and if you missed it, you guys, if you missed it, I can't believe I didn't say this. I did the intro videos for the new bundles too. So I'll show you those cards that I shared with you in my intro videos. If you haven't checked those out, I linked the main intro video, which is the long one, in my video description below. So all you have to do is hit the more button to expand that list. You'll be able to see the link to the Concord 9th YouTube channel where you can find the intro video for the mini bundles. I was really excited to be able to do that this month for Concord 9th, so thanks to my friends there. And then you can also find all of the products that I'm sharing today, including those my favorite things that are included in the sale that are still available. Okay. Da, da, da. All right. So super excited. I have a stack of cards here, so it's kind of a show and tell. I love show and tells. They make me happy. I don't know about you guys. I think it's the little kid in me, right? Show and tell day was like the best day ever at school. So I have everything labeled on the back so I don't forget the name of things, but this is such a great sentiment set. You have thanks and hello included in the same die sentiment set, okay? And this is only $11.20, $11.20, and this is called Hello and Thanks Dies, okay? Find it listed below, click the link there, go check it out. I'm not lying to you, $11.20. So what I love about these dies is that they have the shadow layer too, so you can really make them pop against your card background. So if you want to do a busy background, these will really stand out. Plus I love the font, they're really simple. This one does, look so great with a vertical card. Love it. On this one, I did a little stamping on my paper beforehand and then die cut it out so that I had that floral pattern behind. That is the Folkart floral stamp. It's a Turnabout, and that one's also on sale. So that stamp design that you see there. But I really think that that is such a great value. $11.20 for like a sentiment die that you can use over and over again. Yes, I agree that when C9 has a sale, it's a day, right? You gotta start counting those pennies. Okay, so this is another one that is newish that I just think is really fun. It's the Kitchen Classics bundle. This one is $22.05. It's a huge die set, some stamps, super cute. Reminds me of, those days where we had the Pyrex and all the colors and all the designs. If you're as old as I am, you remember that and you still use them when you go to your mom's house. So I loved the idea of kind of mixing and matching the colors on this one to create this card. So those right there, those are from the Kitchen Classics die set. Okay, I'm going into the archives here. This is one of my favorites. Let me show you it 3 different ways. This one is my favorite card that I might have ever created because there's just something about that card. But this is the Oh Hey bundle, and you get stencils, stamps, and dies for $20.10. And it's so easy to create this really graphic oh hey, right? What I love about this sentiment is that it can be for anything. You can send it for a birthday, you can send it for haven't seen you in a while, thanks so much, like this one, oh hey, you're a-okay, oh hey, let's celebrate, oh hey, and you don't have to put anything else, you can just put some citrus on there. So, Kashima says, and I'm shopping again. Yes, I know, because the first time you go through it, I did it twice this week. I went through it the first time, and then I went through it last night, and I was like, how is this still there? Oh my gosh. Mari says she's placed 3 different orders. I don't blame you, girl. I don't. Okay, so this is one of my favorites. I just love the style. I love the style. It's very graphic. You can try it out in different colorways, make it look really cool. I just think like this one is just, you can do a rainbow with it, which I did here. It's so cool. So Oh Hey bundle is $20.10. You can also get the stencil separate if you just want the Oh Hey part, but you want to be able to cut that out, right? Okay, so this is where I combined, this was my favorite things from 2024. Remember when we did the live stream with Greg and we talked about our favorite products? Well, this was my favorite product of 2024, and this is Citrus Crush Bundle, $23.45. If you just want the dies, those are only $15.40, and it's a really big die set where you can create all of these cute little, you know, citrus. There's little flowers, like the citrus flowers too. So much fun. So the Citrus Crush bundle, $23.45, and that includes a stamp too, right? So you can take the Oh Hey stencils, you can buy the Citrus Crush bundle and have like tons of products to be able to create some cards. Hey Francis, nice to see you. We're going through some old cards that I created using products that are in the Concord 9th sale. And so I'm just having fun reliving my cards. And then we're going to create something new. Okay, so this one, oh my gosh. I need to put this at the front of my desk again because it inspires me. It makes me happy. Okay, so Citrus Crush, my favorite product from 2024, is included in this sale. So check that one out. I try to keep everything in order too in my video description. So hopefully I'm going kind of in order. Here's another look at Citrus Crush, right? This one combines the stamp set, that Oh Hey and the stamp set. There's your little flowers. You have a little stamp to put the little dots on the lemon, but isn't it fun? I just love Citrus Crush. It's a good one. And what did I say it was? It was $23.45. It's a really great bundle. Okay, in the same kind of design, you have the Sending Hugs bundle. Now this one includes the dies, a stamp, and the stencil that says Big Hugs. So it's the same kind of design as Oh Hey, but this one is Big Hugs. Again, another super usable sentiment for anything. You can send it for any reason, just because, right? So this is a card I created with that one. This one is $20.55, and that's a lot of product for $20.55. Okay, this one is a super steal. Don't pay attention to the lights because those are not part of it, but the embossing folder. Do you see that embossing folder? This one's called Berries and Boughs, and I just think that this is a great one for Christmas. Get ready for this. $4.50. $4.50. And you can use it over and over and over again. You can, you know, put a little ink on it to like kind of give it a different look. Hey Marianne, nice to see you. I mean, that's a great deal. $4.50 for an embossing folder for Christmas. Love it. And you can combine it with other products like I did here. Okay. You guys probably remember this one from around Valentine's Day. When I did this, I believe I did it in a live. I think I might have created this one in a live too. I can't remember. It must have been a long live because this is a big card with the shaker. The Mix and Match Hearts bundle, $20.82. So you have the stamp that you stamp all of the hearts in one go, you die cut everything in one go, and it gives you those little conversation hearts. So then you can use that off-cut piece to create a shaker like I did here, or you can make it much more simple and do something like that and do an inlay panel there. But super cute. Again, this $20 sweet spot, I think, for a bundle is such a good value. For stamps, dies, yes, it's stamps and dies for this one. For stamps and dies, especially like an A2 cover plate die, like that's a big one. And you can do so much with this one. You could do a tone-on-tone effect to create a background. So Jen says, I placed 4 different orders. Oh my gosh. It is a cute shaker card, isn't it, Francis? I love this one. I love this one. And you know, often when I make these things, it's around the time of like when you're supposed to be giving them. So I'm holding on to this one for next year. I'm going to be sending that one around that time next year. Okay. This one is called, I love a Turnabout, you guys. And I did this with Kathy. Do you guys remember when Kathy and I she sent me a card and I had to get inspired by it? Well, this is the Contempo Turnabout stamp. And it has vellum covering it to make it, you know, less bright, but it's a really fun design. It almost reminds me of macarons, like, so French macarons. It's like that kind of shape, and that's why I like it, because I like to eat those. So Contempo Turnabout stamp, $8. Just another thing to have on hand to create a really fun background. $8 is such a good value. So check that one out, Contempo Turnabout stamp. This one is a recent one, and I love this one. I just think it's really cool. If you like, I don't know, I love the shape. I love these tiles. I love the leafery and the greenery and the daisies. There's something about this one that I really like. And this is the tiled Turnabout bundle. This one also includes the flower dies too. So you have sentiment dies, you have flower dies, and you have the Turnabout stamp. So, and I love a Turnabout stamp. I love it. So that's $20.30 for that bundle. Okay, this one is one that's really close to my heart. I love it. Bunch of balloons. Now this is a huge bundle, so the price point is a little bit higher, but such a great birthday set. I think it includes like 6 or 5 stencils, the dies, and the stamp. So it's a big stencil set, the dies and the stamp. This one is $32.20 for a bunch of balloons. And the stencils, you can create this hooray word, or you can do a bunch of balloons as well. So just a really fun birthday set. And I know birthday is something that we send a lot of. All right, this one's a really good one. This one is Garden Path Bundle. Again, using the stencils. So if you get tired of die cutting all the time and you just want to like sit down and stencil and line things up, this is a great one for you. This one includes the stencil set, I believe a die set, and the stamp set, which the stamp fits into this design. And that's $22.05, and that's the Garden Path Bundle. Love that one. Okay, you guys probably remember this one because I was inspired by the shirt I was wearing to create this card. And this is Alpine Village. These dies are only $15.40. They also include little like village buildings, like little huts and stuff like that. On this one, I just use the mountains because that's my favorite part of the design. But $15.40 for a big die set is such a great value. And if you love kind of like this more modern mountain scene as much as I do, this one's a really cool one because you can make any type of card with it. Just put any sentiment on it. Okay, I'm almost done, you guys. This one is so good. Cut the Cake Bundle. Again, this is a stencil heavy bundle. So you have your stencils that create the cake. You have the dies to cut out the cake, the stand, excuse me, the candles, the little sparkles on the candles. And this one is $27.82. another really great birthday set for you guys to have on hand. I'm almost done, Keshma. I'm almost done. But can you believe these are still in stock? I cannot believe it. And Keshma, if you shopped through my links, I really appreciate that. It's super sweet of you. So this is Cut the Cake bundle, okay? This one is such a huge steal. And if you have kids in your life, grandkids, if they love unicorns as much as my daughter does, this is an oldie but a goodie. I believe this was the first time I ever guested for Concord 9th. They sent me this set. It was brand new. And I created this card, and only the die set is left, but it's called Magical Day Dies, and it has the horse, it has the little flowers, the little hearts. It is super cute, and it is $3.60. Now, there's no stamp anymore to, like, you know, stamp the nose and the mouth and the closed eye, but can you draw that? Absolutely you can. You get a die set for $3.60. That's a great deal. So I think this is definitely one of those that you could find lots of different sentiments to use with this. You don't have to have that specific sentiment set. Hey, Mindy. Nice to see you. Okay, this is the last thing. I shared this on the SCT Magazine YouTube channel yesterday. This is for my Father's Day card. And this is called Mixtape Rewind. It's a huge die set, really big one, with a stamp set, coordinating stamp set. This is my little shaped card. And I put Happy Father's Day on the inside. And you can make this little envelope and a mixtape, lots of different sayings to put on here. There's different sayings to put on here too. And this one is $30.97. So if you like that kind of like fun, vintagey, modern look that Concord 9th is so good at, then that's another great one to check out. Okay, so if you missed that SCT Magazine YouTube channel, be sure to check out that video. And that's what I got to show you. Okay, that was a lot, my friends. That was a lot. Okay, let's get to the new bundles. And I'll show you each of these in case you missed the intro videos. And maybe you have these on hand and you haven't used them yet. I'm going to try to inspire you to use them. Okay, let's start with my favorite. This is Daisy Turnabout. Did you guess that it wasn't going to be my favorite? I mean, it's a turnabout, right? So the Daisy Turnabout has a single turnabout stamp that creates a daisy. That's it. Super simple. It's not a whole pattern. It's just a daisy. Then you have sentiments like here for you, friend, happy birthday, friend, just a note, miss you, best day ever, congrats. And then you can make like a multi-line sentiment. Where is it? Beautiful. Hello. The die has beautiful. So you can put your beautiful, like I did here, inside and out. And that's what I did here. I put it on the inside. And then you have a beautiful soul. It's a beautiful life. And I think that's it. I think that's all the combinations that you can do. But the die, what's really great about the die is that it can cut out the entire shape so that you can pop it up like I did here, or you can create a shaker like I did here. And I will just say that I never put enough shaker bits in my shakers. I don't know what it is. It always looks like too much, and then I close it up and it's never enough. So you also have your strip sentiments here and the circle that can, you know, pop up the middle and where you can put your sentiment in the middle. So that's that one. And I want you guys to tell me which one you think I should create with today. The next one is Bold Blooms. Let's do this one. Bold Blooms is a floral die set, very whimsical, cute and whimsical. And then you have these two awesome banners here. The ladybugs, killing me with the cuteness on the ladybugs. Love it. Remember the Garden Path bundle that I just showed you? It has that same kind of font as Garden Path, so really whimsical and fun. And there's the stamp set. You've been on my mind. Happy birthday. Thank you for being so wonderful. Congratulations. It's a beautiful day for a beautiful day. And hello, dear friend. So yeah, Jen, what is it with us? I don't know what it is. I always think it's too much and then they're going to get stuck because there's too many. Yes, aren't they cute, Francis? I love the ladybugs. Oh, thanks, Marianne. Okay, so what did I do here? This one I created a scene and I used the, what was it called? It's a village die set that I always use that kind of like slope die to make this grass. I used the sunshine and rainbows die to create those clouds. And then I added the flowers there with the stems, little ladybugs going around. And then on this one, I just made a little bouquet. So no stems needed, still looks quite cute, you know, just added a textured background to that one. Okay, so that's Bold Blooms. And last but not least, and this one might be the one we use today just because it's super simple and fun. And this is the one I used in Winter Retreat. And I just thought it was very cute, very cute. Oh, Keshma said, I would love you to use Bold Blooms. It has just sneaked into my cart. Okay, Keshma's voting Bold Blooms. Do I need to do a vote? But there's only 19 of you here today, so I'm sure I can figure it out just by commenting. So this is the last one. Friendly Flora has the stamp set. It's like a 3x4. Then you have your coordinating stencil, and then you have a sentiment that says life is better with a friend like you. Now, we could mix and match sentiments today, and I could use the sentiment from Bold Blooms. That might be fun. Or maybe we use the background from Friendly Flora, like one of these. Super fun. And then we could put some Bold Blooms on top of it. That might be fun. So what you can do with this one is use your Misty and your Turnabout to create 4 quads of this stamp to create an entire background. See how I did that? This one's super tight together here. Look, those are almost touching. This one's a little bit looser so you can kind of see the lines in between. So Jen says, I would like ideas for Friendly Flora. So maybe we could do that. Maybe we could do a mix of the two. Marianne, Mari, Mindy, what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on this one? I do have some things like that, you know, when I was creating the videos that I just already have put together, but look at how great that sentiment is. I just think it's really nice. Daisy one says, Mari. Anne says, use anything, you always make beautiful cards. Thanks, Anne, and thanks for commenting. Nice to see you. Okay, so Mari, the Daisy one, I could just do a quick stamping and show you guys. I also did that in the intro video to show you guys like how I did that. Look, I have some cute little flowers here. These are very sweet. Okay. And then, you know, the cute thing you could totally do is just do a sweet little card that has a pattern background and like 3 little flowers on it. That would be cute too. But I digress. Now my brain is just swimming with ideas. Okay, so what's everybody say? Whatever you use will be great. I have Friendly Flora and need more ideas. Okay, let's do Friendly Flora. Mindy, I'll stay as long as you need. Can you make one of each? That's so funny. Gina's on in half an hour. And you know I love Gina. I don't go over Gina's time. Gina's my friend. Oh, and I didn't show you my Friendly Flora cards. So look at these. So these are different for me because I used some greens and purples. So that's not typically like me, but man, look how pretty. Isn't that pretty? Friendly Flora, says Francis. Use whatever you like best. I like them all. So that's hard to say. But we could do this. We could do like a little flower on the Friendly Flora, couldn't we? There's nothing to stop us from doing that. Let's do that. Let's just go for it. Okay, because look how cute that would be. Okay, so tell me about a color scheme. Let's think of a color scheme here. I definitely need my greens, which I did not pull out because I thought you guys would, Oh, Gina's not on this week. Oh, thank you guys. I missed that. Okay. All right. Now I don't feel so bad, but I do need to pack. Okay. So I'm going to grab juniper. I'm going to grab eucalyptus. I am going to grab sea glass. So these are a little bit different than what I did before. So before I brought my like more yellowy greens in here, but this might be really pretty. I also have some plumberry, briar rose, carnation. I have some yellows too, but I don't think I'll use my yellows today. Okay, let's see what we can come up with. Thank you guys for letting me know about that. I'm going to show you the full panel because it's really easy to do. And you can do this with any 3x4 background stamp. I have both of my Misties out, so I was just trying to figure out which color to use today. Teal or pink? We're going to go with teal. Okay, let me just get you guys in the frame. And then for this, I used my Turnabout. Now, this is a reminder for those of you who want to go ahead and place another order at Concord 9th. It never hurts to have a fresh, clean Turnabout on hand. So, can you craft all day with us? I actually have to pack and I have to vacuum my upstairs before I leave this house because I like to come home to a clean house. And I'm weird about that, but like I will clean up until the moment we leave and like clean like a banshee. And then I can come home to clean and do laundry. So I probably have about 3 more loads of laundry to do too. So like when I come home, everything's done and I cannot be stressing. Okay, so let me go a little bit tighter. Hey Marta, nice to see you. Thank you, Terry. Thanks guys for letting me know about Gina not being on. It's nice that she is taking a day to celebrate. She is a hardworking lady. All right, so before I put my paper on, and I forgot about this tip, before I put my paper on, what I'm going to do here is take my 3x4 stamp, and there goes my paper for it. Okay, see that we have the quadrant here, right? This is the center point. Then you know the lines coming out from the center point are your upper quadrant. So what I'm going to do is stick my stamp right up against those lines. Now, the closer that you have them to the lines, the more seamless that your pattern will look. Okay, so that like this one here, see this one has that line that you can see there, but this one has no line, right? Oh yes, you have to use the jig for summer camp homework. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I love the jig for lots of different reasons. Stamping on small strips. Gosh, what else do I use it for? I use it for so many things. Okay, so one little tip with this one. If you want a lot of contrast, stamp in black. If you want less contrast, stamp in something like pebble or wheat, right? The more contrast that you have, the more kind of bold it looks. So see that one there? That's pretty dark, right? Now this one I stamped in black. That one I stamped in rainforest. Both dark, but this one I would say is a little bit darker than that one. I also did one where I stamped it in pebble. I don't think it's over there right now, but that makes it a lot less dark. I'm gonna grab rainforest. Let's stamp in rainforest again. Or, yeah, rainforest. I was going between that and peacock. No, let's do peacock. I don't know, I might change my mind. Let's see. I might change my mind. Yes, let's go with rainforest. Okay. So already have this in the upper quadrant, making sure, and this is every time you use your turnabout, make sure it is down in that corner before you do any stamping. And then you can ink up and stamp. Now it's important to put this in the upper left-hand corner because you want the turnabout, the jig in that bottom corner, right? And you wouldn't have space if you put it on the bottom edge, because that stamp comes out from your cardstock by about an inch, right? Oh, that looks good. So Rainforest, again, super dark color, but we're going to be using some dark greens in here too. Hey, E. Miller from Michigan. Okay, now I'm just going to turn this 180 degrees. So with the Turnabout jig, you don't always have to turn it this way. You can flip it too to get the design on the opposite corner. This is a technique I use a lot. If you guys are with me for SCT magazine events, this is a great way to create kind of a wreath situation with stamps too. That looks pretty good. Should I do it one more time? Maybe. My Rainforest is pretty juicy, so I don't want to overdo it. That one I overdid it a little bit. Okay, let's start over. That one I overdid it. It's okay. Paper is just paper. Let's try again. So this is the beauty of the thing, is that, you know, once the stamp is in place, if you messed up, no big deal. Just start over again. Start it over. Okay. I think I moved it. So making sure that's in the bottom corner. Stamp. How much homework do you guys have? Do you have a lot? Is there a lot of die cutting this year? I'm excited for you guys. Summer camp is just so fun. You're gonna have a blast. Oh, I did it again. So I think I might have done something wrong there. I don't know. What am I doing? It's a good thing that white paper is just white paper. Okay, try one more time. This time I'm going to ink it up once. Corner, corner. Okay, stop in there. That looks perfect. Flipping it. Okay, making sure that's in the corner. Now, this part, you actually have to clean your stamp because we're going to be moving it. And when you move your stamp, you're going to have to place it down on the paper again. So you don't want it to be dirty, or else you're going to get that weird kind of like shadow effect. Okay, so I even want to make sure that it's nice and dry, because even when you use baby wipes, they don't dry right away because they're alcohol free. Usually things with alcohol are the things that dry right away. Oh, I forgot JC was in it. Keshma, it's okay. It comes every year. So you can try again next year. Okay, so for this one, I am going to turn it. And you can do that. You can decide to turn it, flip it over, flip the stamp. And I'm going to just make sure that I am as close as I can be so that design just looks seamless. And now that that's in place a place that I like it, making sure my jig is all the way in that bottom corner, I'm going to pick up my stamp again, place my jig down, and then ink it up. Okay. And look at that. Isn't that cool? I love it. I love the design that it creates. I just think it looks really neat. And then all you do is flip it 180 and do this again. And make sure that's in the corner. There we go. And you're done. Then you've created your whole card. This is the part that I really like, how it creates that little thing right there. I think what I'll do is I'll kind of mix and match the sentiments on this one, and maybe we'll add a little flower from the floral bundle. Okay, So I'm cleaning off my jig right away, making sure that no ink is staying on there. Then I'm gonna let it dry for a minute. So I'm just gonna set it aside because you don't wanna cover it up while it's still wet. And we are going to get, did I clean off my stamp? I think I did, but I don't know. No, I didn't. Let's clean off our stamp. I'm going to put this back over here. There we go. I can hear Winston with his chew toy. And let's grab our grip mat. Now I didn't link any colors or my grip mat, things like that right now. I can add those to these, the list later. But I figured today you guys were just all about the products, right? Okay. It is cool just as is. It actually is. Yeah, it's really cool. I just love this pattern. I think they did a really good job with it. Okay, so let's grab this stencil. And this is the easy part here. I mean, because we turned things around, you're gonna have to kind of see where your pattern is and just get it lined up here. So find one leaf that looks a little bit different and then just line it up. So now I see there where those leaves are. Pretty easy to line up too. There we go. And then all you have to do is cover up your sides. Your grip mat's gonna take care of the top and bottom. Just cover up those sides. So this is where you kind of make a decision about how you want the pattern to look. Do we want the lighter colors in the middle and extend to darker at the edges? Because that would be kind of cool. So we can start with sea glass, go to eucalyptus, almost in an arch, I should say, arch, not arc as in of the covenant. Like sea glass, we can go to eucalyptus, then we can go to juniper, then we can go to, ooh, maybe we'll just do 3 because that's quite a big space. So let's start with sea glass. So Mari, this one is not a turnabout, essentially. This one is just to repeat the pattern. You just flip it 180 degrees. So this one doesn't do the 4 turns clockwise, but you can repeat the pattern by just flipping it. So yes, Winston is going to see his grandparents. He loves his grandparents. They spoil the heck out of him. And they live out in the country, so it's nice for him to be out there. Although he's too young to be able to run. We don't know how he would handle that. Okay, so I'm starting with sea glass. And just tapping off a little bit. Now, if you use an ink that doesn't set right away, so maybe you use a hybrid ink, you're going to want to make sure this sets. You can also do some embossing too. That would be really cool. I'm going to take my smaller blending brush to really get into these berries here. Yes, and that's going to give it more intense color too. So there's our sea glass. Then we can go to a little bit of eucalyptus, a little bit darker. I'm going to use this one for that. And go in an arch. It's just a little bit more of a different green. Now, when I did this before and I did the green and the purple, I was really surprised at how beautifully that those blended together, green and purple. It's a really beautiful combination. Oh, that's okay, Mari. I hope you have a safe drive. Okay, so let's go to juniper. I hope you have your AirPods or headphones in and your significant other isn't having to listen to me drone on about Stamping and card making. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. So we can just take off this stencil. I need my spatula here. Pretty. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like all around. So then I know that down here, and you know what, I'm going to just give my stencil a little wipe because I don't want any you know, mistakes. And if you give it a good wipe real quick, you don't have to clean it with alcohol because we're going to be using the same colors. But if you give it a good wipe, you can make sure that you're not going to get smudges all over your hands and things like that. It's just one of those ways to kind of like resist the smudge. Oh, wrong one. Mary Ann, I know you, friend. She said, I'm not going to buy anything. I'm not going to buy anything. So funny. Hey, Ingrid, nice to see you. How are you? Okay. Let's go back to sea glass. Now, obviously, you can take the inspiration and not think of these as leaves per se and make them not green like I did with the purple ones. There are leaves that have red in them. You can make these fall colored leaves so that they're a lot more, you know, orange and gold, and you can do whatever you want with these leaves. Okay, here is eucalyptus going in here. Just doing that little arch there, and then juniper. Now juniper might have a little bit of another color in there, I don't know. No, it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. I think I cleaned off my brush well enough. Oh, look at that. Pretty, pretty. Okay, so I'm going to give this a real quick wipe. I'm not even going to use my alcohol, just wipe it off. Oh, you're so sweet, Ingrid. Thank you. Today we went through some of the sale items in the Concord 9th sale that are still available, which is crazy. And a few of my favorite things, actually, still available. Some of those bundles, just $20. Especially when they used to be like, you know, $35. Getting $15 off a bundle is a really great deal. And there are a few things that are last chance, like those unicorn dies that I showed you. Last chance, you will never see them again. Okay, sea glass. See how it's just rinse, repeat, right? Super simple card to create because of that. Rinse, repeat. Okay. So doing sea glass all the way out to there. Eucalyptus. That nice arch. I'm gonna go a little bit heavy with the juniper this time. Okay. Oh, in case you missed it, today, Scrapbook and Cards Today put up their coming soon image. I don't know why I just took that off because I have to do this again. Their coming soon image for our holiday event in November, which I'm really excited to teach at. And I'll be using an exclusive set of products, which I'm in the middle of brainstorming. Super excited about that. So be sure to head over to the SCT Magazine Instagram page and hit the like button on that. Leave a comment so other people will get to know about that. But I can't believe we're already talking about the holiday event, but there it is. It's going to be Christmas in July next month. You know, that's like the month where we all just get into the Christmas spirit. I justify my need for all the things by not buying new clothes. I get ya. I'd rather buy craft supplies too, Mindy. They make me feel better than clothes do. Okay, last one. I hate clothes shopping, actually. I really don't like it. I buy from the same companies because I know like what works, what fits me well, what looks good. But if you ask me to like go shopping with you for the day, that is a hard no for me. Okay, let's do this last one. And sea glass. I always like to start with the lightest color. I just think it works out better that way because things are going to mix on your stencil. So if you want the lightest color to be the lightest color, always start with that one. Or else you're going to get some juniper in your sea glass, and then, you know, it'll just make your colors a little bit off. Okay, there's sea glass. That's a great idea, Mindy, says Marianne. I'm guessing there's other people in here who feel the same way. Yes, crafty retail therapy. Oh, you just cleared the wait list for Christmas in July. Congratulations, Julie. That's exciting. Yes, I know Jen was sending all those emails this week, so I will be seeing you at the end of July in that class, which we are really excited about. We worked super hard on the products, and I think you guys are going to love them. It's probably the longest, the most design meetings we've ever had about a product bundle, actually. How many of you guys were in the Weekender event, and how did that go? Did you guys love it? I have a couple of products to create with from that box that I'll be sharing some like extra ideas with soon, like the lemons, because I had to have those. I love lemons. Look at how pretty that is, you guys. And by starting out lighter in the middle and then kind of working your way out to a darker color, it just looks really, really pretty. Now, you could also do this on colored cardstock as well, and it would be a lot less contrasting. If you did it on colored cardstock, you might not even have to stencil it. You could do it on, you know, say eucalyptus cardstock and stamp it with eucalyptus or go up a shade with juniper. And that would be a great idea. Okay, let me wipe this up real quick. And put these back. Don't want to get anything in my way. All right. Oh, awesome. Oh, that's so good. I mean, the teachers were fabulous. Oh, an in-person event for Craft Roulette, Roberta. I didn't know they were doing that. That's super fun. Yes, and Allison McCormick said it was very fun. That's awesome, you guys. And hello, 42 people. Lots of people jumped on late today, but welcome. Okay, so we just used the Friendly Flora bundle from Concord 9th. So you get a stamp, you get the little stencil, and then this one also includes a big die set. Where did you go? This is the die set. So the only thing about this die set, let me just show you the scale of it here because I have a few different ones cut. Obviously not the colorway I would tend to go with, but actually looks quite pretty. This is watermelon. It takes up a lot of the space. So if you make a boo-boo, this is a really good one to put down on there, and it creates a really quick and easy card. However, if you want, you can mix and match. So why don't we grab, so let me just show you here. This is the size of the Bold Blooms die banner. I just have that temporarily adhered. So you could do one of these, have You've Been on My Mind there, and then like add a few flowers around it. That could be something that we do. What do you guys think? If I just did some of the posies and then did that, that could be quite cute. I think that could be good. Okay, so why don't we do this? I'm gonna cut this twice, once with a juniper and once in white. The die is cool, yes. And the cool thing about it is that you can do a inlay technique. So on a couple of the cards that I did, I inlaid the word friend so that it was a different color and it stood out. You can even make friend glittery, which would be really nice. Or you can also put in the centers of the D, the B, the R, the A, and the O, so that it didn't look as modern as this, but this is definitely the easy way. And the best thing that Concord 9th did was they added the square die so that you can just back the letters and not have to worry about any inlay unless you want to make that word stand out. So it is a cool one. Okay, so I'm going to do this in juniper first. And let me just show you what I did over the weekend. I was so proud of myself. I organized my C9 scraps in 2 bags from wild berry to the greens, and then from the teals all the way down the line. So super excited about that. So that means that I can find all of my scraps now, because for a very long time it was a mismatch. Just the banner and some embellishments or glitter would be pretty. Yes, and nothing, I don't think I'm going to do anything super fancy here. I think just a couple, maybe just a couple of flowers. Maybe I'll do like a tiny bouquet. I'm just seeing what else I can use here. Okay, so let me grab my die cutting machine. I'm using my little guide today, my little Scout, because we don't have anything too big. I wonder what it would look like tone on tone. It would probably actually be really pretty in tone on tone. Look, there's that. So the reason why I'm cutting 2 is that I like to do that shadow effect with a color. So that was my reasoning for that. So I'm just going to grab a scrap piece of white paper. Always have a scrap laying around, or several. Okay, and I'm going to run this through again. I'm just seeing what you guys are chatting about. I love that you guys do events together and you all know each other. It's so cute. Flowers would make it too busy, says Roberta. Okay. And we could try to see what we think about maybe using these flowers on another card. Maybe we can eke out 2 in like 15 minutes so that I can pack up my car and go to Whole Foods and and. Okay, see there? That's how I like to do it. I like to have that kind of bottom layer there to add a little bit of contrast. I think it looks nice. Okay, so You've Been on My Mind could be a really nice one. I think that would be really nice. Let's do that. You've Been on My Mind. And it fits really well in there. Mindy says, I'm guilty of keeping teensy bits of cardstock. I know the perfect use will present itself as soon as I toss it. That's how I feel too, Mindy. Anything that's like big enough for a flower center, I tend to keep, but I was hard on myself the other day. I was hard on myself and I said, no, you just need to get rid of it. And I did. I got rid of lots of little pieces. Okay, so again, using my jig. This is another great use for the jig here. Making sure it's in that bottom right-hand corner. I'm gonna put my white piece of cardstock here, and then it's gonna stick so that I don't need to use my magnets. And I'll place You've Been on My Mind here. Pick that up. And then stamp in Juniper. We are all hoarders. I love that. Yes, Roberta, when you might have missed it, but I did the Concord 9th release videos for these mini bundles. And in the release videos, you kind of show all the die cuts, and that's why I have those. So that's typically not something I would do every single time, but it is nice to have those there to see the scale. So if that's something that would keep you guys like interested in using the product, if you could see it before you put it on something. Where did I put that? I don't know. I'll just put it back here for right now. Oh, here it is. No, that's not it. I lost my acetate. No, I didn't. It's right here. Okay, sorry guys. Then that is a really good idea. If you are more of a visual person and you need to see those pieces already die cut, then every time you get a new die set, what you could do is die cut it and put it at the back of your packaging. Just put a piece of white cardstock with the die cut adhered to it on the back of your packaging. Then you could always see what the scale is like. You know, you could pull it off, use temporary adhesive, pull it off. So then when you wanted to use it on a project and you needed to see like if the size would work, pull it off and stick it on there and just see. Okay, so here's You've Been on My Mind. You guys might be right. This could be a really simple card. Like super simple card. Just a few embellishments on top of it. And then we can use the flowers to do something else. How about that? Okay. So this is a green on green card. So when I offset, I probably would go about 1/8 of an inch off of that bottom layer, like that. And then of course, we gotta pop it up. So I'm gonna grab my foam adhesive. This one's a bit wide, so I'm gonna grab my 1/4 inch. Oh, Mindy created a Halloween card. Yes, Roberta says, I've had great plans to do that with all my stamps and dies, but, and I think that's a lot of pressure on you, Roberta, because I can feel that pressure. There's no way I would be able to do that. But what I will say is that start right now with anything new that you get in your stash. Start right now with anything new you get in your stash. Then maybe when you grab the old things from your stash to use, at the time that it's on your desk, create those pieces for yourself then and there. Ooh, you know what could be pretty is if we put it on like a metallic cardstock. Ooh, let's do that. Champagne. So if you guys don't know about champagne cardstock, it is like the most gorgeous color. It is not too pink because it's not like rose gold. It's sticking, sorry. It is the perfect in-between of silver and gold. So let's put it on some champagne. So when you have a pattern like this, I'm gonna stick my sentiment to my desk here. When you have a pattern like this that is centered, right? You wanna make sure that when you trim it down evenly on all sides. So I'm just taking off 1/8 of an inch because if you did, you know, 1/4 of an inch on one side, then your center point's going to be off and it's going to look really strange. Hey Winnie, nice to see you. Winnie likes the sparkle in her cards. I just grabbed a metallic cardstock, Winnie, so it's right up your alley. It was a perfect time for you to join. Oh, yes, that is a great idea. Yes, Roberta, we are all rooting for you, friend. But yes, while you recover, that is like an excellent thing to do. Let's just do some like light die cutting, light stamping. I'm gonna use this one. Oh, see, that just elevates it. Pretty. And then you could use some sequins or something like that to match that. Okay, let me grab my scrapbook.com tape. I keep telling Greg that I need some rose gold enamel dots and I need some champagne enamel dots. Please and thank you. I feel like I need to remind him again. Please, Greg, champagne and rose gold enamel dots. Yes, champagne glitter paper, Ingrid. I second that. I'll add it to my strongly worded email to Greg. Oh, so funny. Yes, Winnie, we went through, you do need to catch the replay because we went through some of the bundles that are still in the Concord 9th sale that are still there that I kind of can't believe. So I'm a little shocked. Now, just a PSA that when you use this tape adhesive, it sticks, you guys. It is fast to stick. You will not get it back up. So make sure that you hold your fingers under there until you make sure that that is straight. Okay, and then I can stick You've Been on My Mind. I'm going to put that right in the middle, actually. I'm not going to cut it off at the edge. And I think that is so pretty. I'm going to put it right on that edge. This is a super simple, pretty card, right? You could definitely send this to a guy too. Okay, now let's take, I'm excited now. Okay, let's take the same stamp and let's do like a tone on tone. I'm just trying to see what colors I already have cut for my flowers because I don't really want to recut them. I could recut some greenery for them though. All right. So I think I'm going to do, no, that doesn't really work. No. What about, okay, I always go to like creamsicle or ballet slipper or nectar. Those are the really light ones that you know. Now this one I'm just going to get an idea. Oh, that could be pretty. Let me see. That could be pretty. I'm just deciding. I don't know. Oh, I just don't know. Okay, let's think. Ballet slipper or nectar? I have to think. Okay. Nectar could work because the flower centers are nectar. Some of them. I think that that could be really cute. The purple with the nectar. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to grab my Misty again. Just going to go back to the drawing board and try another idea. Try one more. And then I'll kind of get this put together and let you guys go on your way. All right, so same exact thing here, but this time I'm going to stamp tone on tone with colored cardstock. And now we have a lot of things on the desk. And this time, this will go really simple because we won't have to add the stencil at all. Here, take that paper off, line this up right along the edge of your quadrant, like that. Pick up your stamp. It's going to pick up your jig, so don't worry about that. Just pull it right off. And then place your paper. Now you could go a little step darker and do creamsicle on nectar, but I want it to be just pretty light. So I'm going to do nectar on nectar. I know, I love nectar too. I think it's a great color. Okay, let's hope this looks good. You could always start in the upper right too. There's no rhyme or reason for me starting in upper left. Just make sure you're on the upper portion. Ooh, that's pretty cool. It's really light, tone on tone. The more ink you put down, the more you'll be able to see it. But remember, when you walk away from it, that ink is going to continue to soak into your cardstock, and colored cardstock acts differently than white too. So, oh, that's perfect. Love that. I'm up to 12 items. Megan is a great enabler. Thank you, Keshma. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Did you add the champagne cardstock? That's a good one. That champagne. You know, they do have really beautiful metallic cardstock. I'm going to do one more time, 3 times. Especially if you haven't re-inked your nectar in a while, it's probably a good idea for you to re-ink it before you do this, or else you're going to get a really light impression. Okay, so let's, yes, you did. You're so sweet. Yes, it won't clash with the florals, exactly. Marmalade, oh, Roberta's still salty about marmalade. I know. I know, marmalade was a good color. I still have it. I still have it. It's a good one. It was good for pumpkins and stuff. You know, we got to let it go, Roberta. I don't think they'll be bringing it back. I am a big orange fan, though. I had a puffy jacket in high school that was orange. It was like my signature jacket. I loved it. Make sure that's in the corner. Oh, that's so pretty. Now we're going to flip it 180 to do that last corner. Look how pretty. Okay, one more time. Just make it as thick as the other quadrants there. There we go. Pretty. Isn't that cool? So that's it. That's what it looks like tone on tone. And I think very, very pretty for any kind of background. And it's kind of, you know, it just has the leaves on it. So it's pretty neutral background. I'm going to put this with my other one so I can put those back together and clean off my stamp. And then let's see what we can do with these flowers. Might have to cut another couple pieces just to get everything to coordinate. But I think starting out with the purple is pretty because, as you guys all know, purple and orange, well, purple and gold, I guess, no, blue and orange are contrasting colors, but purple is next to blue on the color wheel. So, you know, it kind of does the same-ish thing. But what I want to do here is pull off this stem because I'm not going to use that one. So don't be afraid. If you already cut these and you want to repurpose them, you can do that. So what I'll do is maybe 3 little posies together, and then we'll put the sentiment below it. I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, so my other posy, I need to figure out what to cut it from because I want it to be in line but slightly different. So here I have my swatch deck here. So this one is Briar Rose, and then we used Plumberry. The step down from Briar Rose is Carnation. So we could always cut a carnation, or we could put Briar Rose in the center and put 2 plumberries on the outside, or put the plumberry in the center and put 2 Briar Roses on the outside, which I kind of like the idea of doing that. Yes. I had an orange puffy down jacket when I was in junior high. Yes, that's so true. My friends told me that they could always find me in a crowd, Mindy. That's so funny. Okay, so let's grab our dies. And okay, I want to switch this up because I have the 5-sided flower in the center. I have the 6 on the outside. So I want to do another 6. And I'm going to cut that out of Briar Rose. So I'm going to go to my Briar Rose scraps, try to find the smallest one that I have. Cut this out again. And maybe we add some metallic cardstock to this. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what we come up with here. We're just playing. I love the idea of mixing and matching the bundles though, because they do have just great sentiments that are usable for anything. So if you missed out on these bundles, you know, any of the bundles during winter retreat, they are on sale. They are not at their normal like retail price. They came out on Monday, already on sale. Okay, so I'm going to do Plumberry for the center, but we're going to mix up that center a little bit too. So this one I'm going to do like this, and I can always put like a heart in the center to make it different than the other one. We laugh about every time marmalade is mentioned. Yes, it was funny in winter retreat, the marmalade talk during our color game. That was really funny. Okay, so I think the color that I want to go with for my leaves is that one, which is pistachio. Had to think of it. So those are my flowers. I'm going to, what am I going to do here? I'm going to cut a heart. Let's cut a little heart. Where is my metallic cardstock? Right here. Let's cut a little piece off and we'll cut a couple hearts. You know what? If you do 4 little hearts, you could do a little center for your flower. So let's try that. Being a little bit creative here with my flower centers. Hey, Roberta. We don't talk about marmalade, just like we don't talk about Bruno, right? It's so funny. That was a really funny segment in winter retreat. Oh, look, that's kind of cute. Okay, I'm going to do another one. Actually, they're too big for 4. I could try it, but I think it's too big. I think we need a teeny tiny heart to do 4. Greg loves orangey colors. Like we talked about it several times over the weekend. Like his favorite colors are like spice cider. Oh, you could do 3. Maybe you do 3. He loves spice cider so much. And he loves those fall colors. Those are his colors. Like if he went to get his colors done, those would be his colors. Speaking of that, maybe this is something I need to do. Have you guys heard about people getting their colors done? I have never done this, and I feel like I need to. I need to know what colors look good on me. Because since I don't like to shop, I probably am not buying the right colors. I don't know. It's just not a me thing. Okay. So if we did this and that, and we're just going to do a little row, just a little row. And we could even put a ladybug on one to make it stand out a little bit. Look, put a heart in the middle. Let's do a ladybug on the other one. Yes and yes. It's because I want those flowers on the edges to look a little different. So look, I have one here. I'm going to pull it off. Hopefully I don't break them. So we'll do a little ladybug here. Now this one is a little bit brighter, but I think that's cute. We'll take the flower off of that one like that. So then these two on the outside are a little bit different, but they are similar. And then what we need now is some pistachio. Let's see if I have any. Sandra had her colors done years ago through Pennies. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that they offered that. I wish I would have known then. I love that you called it Pennies. Yeah. Is it JC Penney's, or like is this another department store I don't know about? That could be the case. I don't know, because there's so many different department stores all over the country in different places. But we used to go to JCPenney a lot when I was a kid because we had it in our neighborhood, in my little town. Mindy had our colors done years ago. What? Everybody's getting their colors done except me. I feel like I'm missing out. Yes, what that's so right. What you're doing now, says E. Miller, is why I keep small scraps. Absolutely. And that's because we have these little pieces that, you know, we have to cut out. Now, I've decided that a 1/4 of an inch scrap is just a little too crazy. I'm done with keeping 1/4 of an inch scraps. We're done with that. I have to maintain some level of sanity. We are done. I'm going to put some more leaves on here because I think it needs some more green. But yes, this is why we keep our scraps, because you never know when you might just need to cut one leaf out of some pistachio cardstock. And then you're going to be good because you got a little scrap of it. Okay? Just don't move. Roberta says, I've embraced my gray. Oh, Rhonda says she's always called JCPenney's just pennies. Interesting. Yeah, and we never did. We always called it JCPenney, but without the S. It's not funny. We never called it pennies. We just called it JCPenney, which I think is correct. I think that's it. It was not, didn't have the S on it. When I lived in the UK, my favorite department store, and it still is John Lewis. That is a good department store. You can get anything. It was like, you know, kind of like going to Sears, where you could get like power tools or jeans. And, but they have the best, like, designer, like their own designer brands that were so cool. Okay, let's put these flowers together. I think this is going to be a really cute card, you guys. And then we need to decide what sentiment will go on it. So this little heart, we're going to put in the center of this one to make him a little bit different. Oh no, we have some leakage here. Just going to get it off with my tweezers. Okay, and then this one I'm going to put this guy together. Some weekender distributors offer the color coding system. Oh, Winnie always called it pennies. That's so funny. Huh. James Cash Penny. Yeah. Oh, Cashma loves John Lewis. We can be friends. Yeah, John Lewis is my favorite store. Still love going in there. I can get a hat for Derby. They have like the best, like least, you know, not too expensive hats. It's really good. Favorite store. But when we go, there isn't one anymore near my in-laws, so I usually have to go in London when we go to London. Okay, what do you guys think? Too many leaves? Too few leaves? Where are we going to put this one? I feel like this one needs to go over. This one needs to go there. And no, that's not working. Push that down a little bit. Push that up a little bit. I just need the leaves to be even. And then I think this one can go there. Kind of like that. That's better. Okay, let's do that. So this one I'm going to stick underneath this flower. Like that. It's funny how much we shortened things. We didn't have Montgomery Ward where I lived in Cincinnati. We had McAlpin's, which my mom worked for my whole childhood. And that became Dillard's. It was bought out by Dillard's. We also had JCPenney, and I can't remember the other ones. Cannot recall. Okay, putting this underneath here and adding my little ladybug to this. Now that is cute. Okay, let's put our little ladybug on there. I'm gonna put a little pop dot on him because he is super cute and he needs to be popped up. I don't remember that one. Oh, you guys are sharing tips on hair shampoo too. Look at how cute that is, you guys. That's a cute little card. And it's nothing too fancy, right? It's just perfect. I think I will put these down and then pop up my sentiment. We just have to figure out what sentiment we are doing. Okay, so this one, I'm going to pull it up a little bit because I want to leave room for my sentiment. Or maybe I'll pop up my middle flower. Okay, and then this one is going to go over here, like so. Just making sure that those are kind of at the same height. And then my final flower, we're going to pop him up with some 1mm foam adhesive. This one is from scrapbook.com. Always love their foam adhesive. Yes, we had Sears too. Now, do I do this going down or this going up? Okay, let's do that. Cute, cute, cute. There's that. And then let's figure out our sentiment. I really do like these long ones on here. And I think that we could do that again. Where's my die set? Here we go. So you have, hello, dear friend. Thank you for being so wonderful. It's a beautiful day for a beautiful day. Happy birthday, which we always need. Congratulations. Maybe we make it a birthday card. Since we already did thank you. Oh, we did. You've been on my mind for that one. So maybe we do, yeah, let's do the thin one. Let's just do happy birthday. Oh yeah, Belk. It's so funny we're talking about department stores. All the department stores that are not there anymore. But I never liked shopping at a department store. Like, let me be honest with you, because I still get overwhelmed when I have to go into a big store because there's just too much there. I always loved going into the smaller stores in the mall because I felt like I could see things better because there just wasn't so much to look at. Okay, let's put this on here. I'm gonna grab my Turnabout jig again. Now this time I'm gonna stamp and then die cut. So I'm just gonna put this in the middle. I'm gonna stamp this in Plumberry, which I have here. Oh, Woolworths was great. Yes, we had Woolworths. When in doubt, go birthday, absolutely. A Yonkers department store. Birthday, okay. Clean the stamp off. And we are almost done, my friends. We've made 2 cute cards. We've used the Friendly Flora bundle 2 different ways, which I think was nice to do because I had not used it in a tone-on-tone way. So quite nice to be able to see what it looks like that way. Making sure that this is nice and straight and even. And then I'm going to grab my tape, my recycled tape here. And of course I moved it. So there's my tape. Putting that on. Okay. And then run that through my die cut machine. Yonkers. Is that Yonkers? Oh, milkshakes at Woolworths. So in the fancy shop, the fancy department stores in London, like Selfridges, you could still go and get lunch. And John Lewis, when my in-laws lived outside of Edinburgh, you could go to John Lewis on the top floor and eat lunch and look out over Edinburgh. It was amazing. Okay, I think that this happy birthday needs to go down here because I think it looks very cute. Tucked underneath. Yeah, and I'm just going to put it on. Oops. Sorry. Okay. Let's put this here and pop it under. Yes, I love this. This is so cute. Okay. Pushing it over a little bit. I think that's right in the middle. And then I can grab my T ruler from Gina K Designs to make sure that's nice and straight. Oh, that's not straight because I just moved it. That looks good. Okay. And I just moved it again. There we go. Now I'm not touching it. But look at that one. Super cute. Cute birthday card. And then I'll just put that on a card base. I'll add some, you know, sequins or dewdrops or anything to these. And they're just two really cute and simple cards that we created in just an hour. I know, Anne, you could totally make a whole bunch of these. Just die cut lots of little flowers. This background would be super easy to do over and over again, especially when you're using your jig and you're using that 180-degree technique. Absolutely. Okay, you guys. So don't forget about the new mini bundles now on sale. So I've shown you all three today. The only one that I didn't use today was the Daisy, and this is one of my favorites because it's a turnabout, but so fun. So be sure to check these out in the shop, and don't miss out on the amazing deals in the inventory warehouse sale. That sale is almost done, and once things are sold out, they are completely sold out. So be sure to grab those, like, you know, especially those essential sentiments, things like that, the things that you can use over and over again. So check out the links that I added to the video description. That is where I have put everything that I've shown you today in the cards that I shared before and in the new bundles. And I appreciate you all so much for being here with me. I will not be here tomorrow, so this live takes my place of my normal Friday live, but I believe next Friday we are a go. So I will see you next Friday for more card making fun. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and happy creating on this beautiful, or not so beautiful, rainy maybe, Father's Day weekend. Bye-bye, my friends.